Alright, I decided to start my page by doing 2 videos in one night here, and I'm going to go over one more, just kind of rant about something. The whole alcohol versus marijuana argument has been going on for a while. And I mean, I understand there's validity in both, but really, it's comparing apples to oranges, and I'm going to explain why here. Number one, drugs and alcohol are labeled separately for a reason, because they work in completely different ways. Alright, and if you want to, I'm not going to sit here and explain the chemical, makeup of drugs and alcohol to you and why they affect your body the way they do. But marijuana and alcohol really aren't the same thing at all, and really shouldn't be looked at in the same way as far as laws go and the like. That being said, I'm all for the legalization of marijuana. Have no problem with it. I don't do it myself because I'd prefer to keep clear-minded. I'm not straight edge by any stretch of the imagination, but I've smoked marijuana. It really doesn't do a whole lot for me to just feel that stupid for any period of time. Even when I drink, I don't really feel that unintelligent as I do when I've smoked marijuana. So that's my first point in it. My second point in it is, alcohol is a staple of American culture. It was enjoyed by our founding fathers, and not just American culture. I mean, going clear back through the ages, even those of you that follow the Bible. I mean, even the disciples drank some wine from time to time. And I'm sorry, I'm trying to find something while I'm talking to you here, but alcohol was made by man for several reasons, and has been around for a long, long time. One of the reasons alcohol was originally made was a way to preserve things. You had a large crop of grain or grapes or barley, whatever, and some of it was starting to rot, and we didn't know what to do with it. So we basically, through a fortunate coincidence, started making alcohol. That's part of the history of alcohol, marijuana originates in basically in Asia, and didn't come to the forefront in our culture, as in Western culture, long after alcohol did. So you can't really compare the two. That's basically my point in it. But anyways, legalization issues, where I'd like to go with this for right now, and really, I have no problem with legalization, but I think they should make extremely hard laws about DUI driving, where basically, if you test positive for any residual marijuana in your system driving, you should get a DUI the same as alcohol. I really believe that, because I don't care what anybody says, no one should be driving under the influence of anything. If you're driving a car that weighs from a ton to 2.5 tons, a vehicle, which is basically a rolling death machine, you should be clear-headed, clear-minded, and ready to go with it. As in the whole legalization issue, people bring up, oh, it's healthier than cigarettes. No, it's not. No, it's not. All scientific studies show it has more carcinogens, more tar, and everything else. You just don't smoke it as much as you do tobacco. That's the assumption. But most people I know that smoke marijuana regularly probably smoke it more than they smoke tobacco. So I am sure that there have been deaths of lung cancer from marijuana that were just tied to tobacco, but never, really found to be that, because the person probably smoked as well. And maybe both contributed, but I'm sure you can get lung cancer from smoking marijuana. You smoke anything. You breathe 800-degree smoke into your lungs full of cancer-causing agents like are in both tobacco and marijuana, you can get cancer. So, yeah, that's just the fact of it. Alcohol, I love alcohol. I probably love alcohol a little too much sometimes, but I don't drink and drive ever. I'm very clear-minded, and actually, to be honest, I've been tilting back Grandpa's cough medicine tonight, and I have a pretty good buzz on, and I'm really not that unable to formulate a rational thought. What always bothered me about weed as compared to alcohol is I could have a decent conversation with friends of mine while drinking. The conversations I had with friends of mine while smoking were more like, whoa, man, like the stars, and like if you think about the universe and like your hands, when you look back on those conversations and those lost tracks of time you had, they really weren't that productive in the rational thought kind of frame of mind. So alcohol to me is just overall better than marijuana. Although, there's a lot of there's a lot more violence and things associated with alcohol. But really, I think if somebody's going to be violent, they can do it without alcohol anyways. They're probably going to be violent regardless. Alcohol may contribute to some, but realistically, violent people tend to be violent without a substance involved regardless. So, alcohol and marijuana, both are fine to me. One's not my cup of tea, and as one of my friends puts it, as far as I'm concerned, I'm cool, but I'm not down. So, you can smoke it all you want. I don't give a shit, and I'm not going to call the cops on you, but I'm not going to condone it either, and I'm not going to do it myself. It's just not my thing. So, feel free to reply.